Paige, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Dominique Cosmetics Coral Blossom palette. I did want to mention that there are people here at my apartment complex. I'm kind of talking over them right now, but they are trimming the palm trees around the place and they've been here all day. So hopefully, I am really hoping that you guys can't hear the noise very well or at all, but yeah, it's kind of like in and out. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, Coral Blossom palette. I purchased this from the Dominique Cosmetics website when it launched. It looks like it is still currently in stock. This palette retails for $42. I cannot wait to use this. I have a couple Dominique Cosmetics palettes, but I'm not like a huge fan, like where I have every single one. But this one I could not pass up. So we are going to do swatches. We are going to try this out on the eyes today, and I am very excited. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy. And let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here we have the external packaging of the palette. I think it's really cute. Peachy pink. I love it. There's like little butterflies and flowers kind of like watercolored onto the packaging, which I think is so freaking cute. It looks like this palette has 10 shades in it. The actual palette looks like this. It looks very similar, like same kind of vibe as the external packaging, except this just kind of looks like watercolor. There's no like defined like shapes on the actual palette. It feels really nice. It kind of has like a soft feel to it, and you can feel the shiny Dominique logo and Coral Blossom palette title. And then the inside of the palette looks like this. So I don't know what I expected, but to me the pans seem really large in this palette, but I think the color story is so beautiful. I love that it's a more neutral palette. I love that there's some pops of coral in here. There's also a fun pop of purple, and then this really pretty like mustard yellow. I just thought that this color story was like meant for me, so I knew that I needed to buy it. I'm not overly familiar with the Dominique Cosmetics formula. I am gonna go ahead and grab the palettes that I do have from her. I think I only have one, maybe. I'm not really too sure. I know she has some other neutral ones that look really nice, like the coffee or like the latte palettes, but I don't have those, but maybe I need them. I guess we'll find out after I try this palette out today. So this is the only other Dominique Cosmetics palette that I currently have. This is the Berries and Cream palette, and I haven't used this too much actually. Like, I've definitely used it a few times, but just like a handful. So like I said, not super familiar with the formula, but this is a really pretty palette. I used to have a mini like Thunder something palette. I don't know. I got it in a BoxyCharm, but the colors just weren't really colors that I wear too often, so I ended up decluttering that. But these are my kind of colors. You do get a nice mirror in here, which is nice, and this is like how far the palette naturally wants to fold back. However, you can kind of hold it back all the way. So I like when palettes go all the way back because usually I'm using a separate mirror, but I do like that it has a mirror in here for you as well. So we are gonna go ahead and start off with the swatches. Here is the first shade. Very nice and pigmented. This one is called Self-Worth. It's a really pretty matte coral. Then we have another matte. This one is called Free Escape. This is more of like a taupey beige. It's not really too taupey actually. It's more warm toned than I expected. It's sort of similar to my skin tone, which is why it might be kind of hard to see, but it is nice and pigmented. This next shade is called Coral Quartz. This one is like more of a shimmery shade. That's really pretty. It's kind of like a pinky rosy like base with a gold shift to it. That is gorgeous. And then we have this darker brown color here, which is called Growth. This one is a matte. Once again, very nice and pigmented. And then this is the last shade in the top row. This one is called Hazel, and this is a medium toned matte brown. Once again, very nice swatch. So here we have the first row swatched. Starting off the second row, we have this really pretty matte color, which is called Patience. Again, super pigmented. Then we have this shimmer, which is called Mariposa. I don't know if I said that correctly, but this is a really pretty color. It's kind of another, like, not duochrome, but like if you look at it this way, you can see it has a little bit of a pinkier base, and then when it hits the light, it kind of has a golden shimmer. It's similar to Coral Quartz, but definitely lighter and slightly different tones, but it's similar in the way that it has like a pinky kind of base with a lighter gold shift to it. Next, we have this gorgeous coral color that looks almost identical to my sweater. This one is called Blooming Beauty. This is a matte shade. That one swatched a little bit sheer, but let me do a second swatch. Definitely looks better. This one is the yellow shade. This is called Willow. Again, super, super pretty. And then the last shade is called Radiant, and this one is that shimmery, like purple kind of color. And let's go ahead and swatch that here. So there is the second row swatched. The colors are really pretty. I feel like I wish that the shimmers had a little something more to them just based on the swatches. I love like a super sparkly shimmer. I know not everybody does, so if you're not a huge fan of that and you just like a more subtle kind of like metallic type shade, then maybe you would really like this palette. But I just wish there was like more texture in the palette and like more sparkle. But again, that's just personal preference. So this palette is cruelty free and paraben free. It says flourish right before your eyes. This versatile 10 shade palette has everything you need for all your soft glam looks. The soft pigmented shadows are a mix of coral and neutral tones, including 5 multi-purpose hues, great for using as blush, bronzer, or highlighter. They blend like a dream, never budge, and deliver serious color payoff. So this is like a soft glam kind of palette, so that makes sense as to why there's not like super sparkly intense shimmers, which, you know, was what I kind of expected from the palette. But I guess we'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit and we will just kind of see what we want to play with. I kind of want to use like the corals and the purpley shade and see what we can come up with. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with my MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly. The brush that I usually use for this is so dirty, so we're just gonna use this one from Lauralee Los Angeles. This is just, I don't even know what kind of brush this is. It's just like a little flat brush. Definitely probably not meant for this, but it's fine. It's doing the job. I'm actually almost out of my MAC paint pot, so I'm probably gonna need to get a new one soon. I love this stuff so much. This has lasted me like 2 years. It is so good. I actually have another one in the shade Soft Ochre, so maybe I'll just use that one for a while, but I do love the shade Painterly. Alright, so we're gonna start with this shade Willow, which is this matte yellowy kind of color, and I'm taking a Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH31 brush, and I'm going to focus this on the inner part of the crease right in here. I think we're gonna do a little yellow moment in the front with some peachy corals and then a pop of purple on the lower lash line. We'll see how that goes. I'm not too sure if it's gonna work, but that's kind of what I'm envisioning. So yeah, this is super pigmented, very easy to blend. You don't have to go in with a lot of product or build it up. It kind of just like naturally has a lot of pigment, which I do like. There is a little bit of kick up in the pan. It doesn't seem to be like too terrible, so that is nice. You know, makes it a little bit cleaner and neater when you're actually using the shadows. I think we'll go ahead and just kind of place that on the inner lid as well. I'm gonna use one of the shimmers to put on the lid, but we'll kind of just have this yellow as a base. Now I'm gonna go into Blooming Beauty, which is the matte coral, and I'm using a JH50, and we are going to take this in our crease. I'm just gonna kind of start here and then blend upward and kind of inward into that yellow. Again, this shade is very nice and pigmented and easy to blend, especially like for it not disappearing when you blend it. I love that. So you can like really go at it without worrying about the shadow disappearing, but you can also kind of get a nicer blend and just softer edges overall. Then we're gonna use a JH40 and I'm gonna go into Self-Worth, which is the like brighter, kind of more neon, pinkier version of this matte shade that we just used. And I'm gonna try to put this in the outer corner, but I don't know if it's gonna be like dark enough. I think this will work. That is super intense, holy crap. I'm just gonna blend that into my crease and then again kind of meshing it with that yellow shade that's on the inner part of the lid. This is so pretty and so easy to blend. Oh my god. Has anyone played the new Animal Crossing update yet? It launched early, which is so exciting. I'm filming this on Thursday. And last night, I went to stream Animal Crossing because I had a villager move out, so we were doing a villager hunt. And as I was logging on, I saw people on YouTube saying that the update came early, and then I checked and I updated my Switch, and sure enough, or I guess I updated the game. And we have the 2.0 update, which I'm so excited about. I so far love it. I'm gonna go back into that willow color, the yellow, and kind of replace what I over blended and just kind of make sure that it's nice and prominent. I don't know if I'm gonna use a shimmer on the lid actually. I kind of like the look of the matte yellow and the matte coral. I don't know, it's kind of fun. I'm dipping back into Blooming Beauty just to buff out the edges, and then I'll probably go in with a clean brush and just one more time, once again, go over the edges. Oh my god. Now taking a clean brush and just kind of blending all of that. Now I'm gonna go into Radiant, which is the shimmery purple. And I'm gonna try to use a JH52, which is like a pencil brush, and see how this works. I'm probably gonna get fallout, but it's fine. Oh my gosh, this color is so pretty. I'm like getting eyeshadow into my eye though. So I definitely got some fallout from that purple shade, but it wipes away super easily, so there's nothing left. Wow. This is an intense eye look. I don't know. I basically went for like the most colorful shades in the palette. I think I might try to take the shade Mariposa. I hope I'm saying that right. It's like the shimmer, the lighter kind of shimmer. And I guess I'll try to put this on the inner corner. I don't know if this is gonna show up very well, but I'm just gonna take a pencil brush and try. Oh, it does show up. Ooh, that's pretty. So I'm just gonna use this as like a little inner corner highlight pop of color situation. Then taking the highlighter that I used on my face, I'm just going to pop a little bit on my brow bone, and then we are going to finish this eye look off with mascara. I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes mascara. I am obsessed with this mascara. It is so freaking good. So I'm going to use this really quick and I will be right back. Alright you guys, so here is the finished look that we created with the Dominique Cosmetics Coral Blossom palette. We did the most colorful look possible with a neutral palette. Somehow we made a neutral palette look like a colorful palette, but it's fine. It's actually kind of funny because usually neutral is my thing and color really isn't. So I don't know, I was just feeling like playing with the colors, and I just thought that the purple, the yellow, and the coral looked so good together for some reason. Like they're not really in the same color family, but like somehow they all work. So yeah, I like the way that the eye look turned out. I am impressed with this palette. I think for $42 you get a nice value. I wish, if I were to change something, I wish that there were sparkly shades in here. But again, this is a soft glam palette. It's not really that type of thing. I just think that I would personally like it better if we had a little bit more texture. Even just like one sparkly, like shimmery shade. I felt like the two shades Coral Quartz and Mariposa are just like too similar. It's definitely not the same, but I will swatch them side by side for you guys. I don't know. I wish there was more variation here. So there are the two shades. They look pretty freaking similar. I would say Coral Quartz just has a deeper undertone, like a deeper base, but they both have that like pinky undertone with the gold like shift on top. So I would have probably taken one of those out and replaced it with like a super sparkly shade, something with some like really fine shimmer. I feel like that would have been so pretty, but I still think that this is a fantastic palette and I would definitely recommend it. I definitely like it more than the Berries and Cream palette just based on color story. These are very like cool toned and just not my thing. I like warm toned. I like rose golds, pinks, peaches, golds, neutrals, that kind of thing. So this is kind of something different for me. However, this fits right in with the rest of my like most used palettes, I would say. So I'm excited to use this again. I'm excited to use the more neutral tones and do a more like subtle eye look, but I really like it. So that was today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I will have this palette linked down below if you guys want to check it out. And yeah, well, I had a good time. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you in the next one. Bye.